here's the thing. All these chef YouTubers out there posting videos or they're like, random stuff from my pantry, throwing it together, but then they pull out things like canned crab and fancy mushrooms, and you're like, where is this coming from? Like, I have tuna fish, I have canned chicken, like, why do you have canned crab? So, I'm gonna make a video with normal chef and normal kitchen ingredients to put together a normal dish that you can make from random pantry ingredients. So, let's get started. Okay, so I found a can of garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, and so I just googled really quick like garbanzo bean dip because I know I don't have tahini and I know tahini is in hummus. Except I found a different recipe for hummus that has cumin instead of tahini, and it turns out we did have cumin. So, this is my ingredients. It also called for lemon juice, but we only had lime, so I'm gonna use that. This really old cumin and some salt. And then we don't have a food processor, but we have a NutriBullet. And I know we have this lid, so we're gonna see if it works. So I have to drain this. Gotta open it first. Drain it in the sink. You can't see my face. Hello. So you have your chickpeas in your food processor or blender or NutriBullet, and then it calls for a ½ teaspoon of sea salt. So I have big thing of sea salt, or no, it doesn't call for, it just calls for regular salt. And this is sea salt because that's all there is in this house. Sea salt. And then the same thing, ½ teaspoon of cumin. Smells a little. Isn't that a tablespoon of lime? But I'm just gonna guesstimate that. I don't know, that seems right. And then same thing with olive oil. Not good at measuring. But then you blend it. So it's pretty thick. I don't think my blender is gonna do much more, so I might just leave it. How'd you get out? My cat got out. I might just leave it chunky because it's my mom's blender and I don't want to break it. I've already broke this mixer twice, so track record's not great. I mean, I guess I could add more olive oil. What does it taste like? But you can definitely taste the lime. I think we need more salt. Definitely a little bit more. Ooh, a tip. If you got a big container like this, sprinkle it in your hand first so you don't destroy what you're cooking with a ton of salt. And a spoon. It definitely looks like a better consistency now. Can see it. Taste it, see if it needs more salt. I can't taste the cumin, but I'm not mad about it. But then again, I'll eat a can of garbanzo beans plain, so. I definitely put too much lime in, but it doesn't taste bad. So I think it's good. New camera setup. I got a cutting board and a carrot. I opened my can of canned chicken. It's basically like canned tuna fish, but it's chicken. So you want to drain that, peel your carrot. Also got an apple, which I'm gonna peel, mayo, and I like to put some mustard in mine too. I would usually put grapes in, but we don't have any grapes. But what we're making is like a salad, like a chicken salad. Yes. Peel your apple. Cutting my pieces about, if it would focus, this big though. So I cut my carrots to be like this big. And then you can just set this off to the side. And then we'll do the chicken. To your chicken, you're gonna add some mayo. As much mayo as you want. You can always add more later. And then I like add a little bit of mustard. Probably shake it first. This is Dijon. I usually do like a spicy brown, but we didn't have that. And then use a fork. Use your fork to mix it just like if you're making tuna fish. You can also add salt and pepper. I got these from my mom for Mother's Day years ago from like Target. Then you can taste it. I'm just making this for myself, so I'm gonna put the fork back in. I think it needs more salt. When you think it tastes good, you can add in your apples and your carrot. If you have grapes, you can put grapes in. If you have celery, you can put celery in. You put this on like bread or an English muffin and like put a piece of cheese on top. Throw it in an oven or a toaster oven. Like a tuna melt, but a chicken melt. I would not put the other items in, like the carrots and the apples and the grapes and the celery. I just leave it as plain chicken. And then you're just gonna mix it all together. I might have cut up too much add-ins. You can make this however you want. You can put in other seasonings. When I was in college, I used to put in, it was like a chicken rub. and it had a whole bunch of different spices in it, and I'd put that in. You can't eat the chicken, Jojo. No. And so you put whatever you want in here, any kind of seasoning, any kind of add-ins. You make it with tuna fish. And if you make it with tuna fish, I would not suggest apples and grapes. I would just do like carrots and celery. But then that's that. You can put it on crackers, you can put it on whatever. Okay, so our next recipe is a apple crumble, but you can probably put whatever fruit. If you have canned peaches, I don't know if they make canned apples, but canned apples, canned anything. I have regular apples, so that's what I'm gonna use. So you need apples, how many you want for how big a thing you're making. I'm just making a small one. You're gonna need lemon juice. I don't have lemon juice, so I'm gonna use lime, but not as much as that I put in the hummus. Cinnamon, salt, sugar, brown sugar, the flour, so first grab your cutting board, peel and cut your apples. I'm just doing like that. Come on. Like that. Should probably be good. And you're gonna put that in a bowl. Okay, to your bowl of apples, you're gonna add an 1/8 cup sugar. And you're gonna add about a tablespoon of flour. Just gonna mix it up a little. Gonna add about half a lemon. I'm also cutting this recipe in half, and all links to recipes will be in the description. Says, just gonna do a little. That should be enough. Since it's supposed to be lemon juice. Mix that up. You're gonna add a 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm just gonna mix this up with a spoon. Okay, all mixed. It should look like that. And you're gonna just put it in your bowl or your oven safe container. And go ahead and set this off to the side while we make the crumble for the top. Okay, next we're gonna get a clean bowl and some flour, some oats, salt, cinnamon, butter, cold, and brown sugar. So in this bowl, you can also have nuts, but I don't have any nuts, so that's not going in here. I'm gonna do half a cup of flour. My camera stopped recording, but in here we have flour so far, and then oats, which is a half cup and an 1/8 cup of oats. And we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of hard packed brown sugar. I'm just gonna use a spoon to scoop it out and then press it into my 1/4 cup. Smells good. I love brown sugar. And you're gonna have a half a stick of butter. And then you're just gonna cut it into like pieces. Half teaspoon of cinnamon. And then you're gonna do a sprinkle of salt. You're gonna put it in your hand, because too much salt, not a good thing. So, pinch of salt. And you're just gonna mix it up. I'm just gonna use my hands. So when you're done mixing, it should come together like this. So you can you can squeeze it together and it stays. And then you're gonna put this over your apples. This seems like a lot, but I'm just gonna put as much as I can on there. Probably just gonna eat this crumble since it's not like it has eggs in it or anything. And I love brown sugar. I also feel like there's never enough crumble on apple crumbles, so really just gonna pile it on there. I'm also worried about this overflowing in the oven, so I'm gonna put it on one of those baking sheets that has like edges. And then you're just gonna stick this in the oven for about 45 minutes. But since this one's smaller, I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. I'll probably check it after half of 45, which is about 23 minutes. Okay, so after 23 minutes, I think even though it's a miniature, it still has to go in for 45, so I'm gonna put it in for another 22. Because it doesn't look done. This is what the apple crumble looks like after 45 minutes. So I think it's good. That's the end of the video. Comment down below if you make any of the recipes. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Say bye. You eating your food? Yeah? Is that your food?